Welcome back to Crypto Gains for another video. Take a look at this. I want to show you what I see in the Bitcoin price chart and the altcoins and everything else. Well, this reflects the altcoins. This is the Bitcoin price chart. If it sounds interesting, drop the like. I know it sounds interesting to you because you're probably sitting there thinking, oh, the market's weird right now. I don't know what's going to happen. Should I be selling? Should I be buying? What should I do? This is the 3-day time frame, right? And nothing's financial advice. It's an educational video. I showed you this 3-day time frame in the past, right? And I didn't have this blue zone. I had just the green and the yellow, right? And now I've titled them. So, and I'm going to explain why I've got this blue zone here, where you can see it. It's my realistic target of where I think Bitcoin could go. Should we see a rally? Will we see a rally? I don't know. This is what I want to talk about. But if we do see a rally, which I've been hoping we do, how realistic is it going to be? How high could it go? Right? And where did I get these green and yellows from in the first place? And if you haven't seen my last video, you can check it out. Basically, these arrows here that you see going up, these price prediction arrows, like gives you percentages, right? I got these two, where this one's like the 45%, this 62%. This was based on showing you what happened in the past, right? So when we take a look at the past, things like this, and I was trying to find an average. We have price action like this. It breaks the green line. I said I'm looking for at least 3 to 4 candles to confirm if market's done. You see in the top, market's done, which is weird actually, because the top, people want to call this the top, but this is where most of the sentiment happened, most of the hype and excitement. I basically took the price prediction tool and went like this. Obviously that's 127%, right? And I did that for all of the times that we broke this green line after the massive rally. And I'm just going to show you examples in the past so you can see how I got these lines. So look, here's another one, right? If you take a look, this is where we break the green line, right? Break it here. I came down like this and I measured upwards because I said we will see a price pump and then a massive dump afterwards. We always see some form of a rally. Stupid fly. Once we break this green line, 3 or 4 candles is what I'm looking for. You can see the 3 or 4 candles here, and again that's like 50% odd, right? So I did this with all of them because if you look back in the past, you can see clearly there's always a time where we break this green line, right, and we get at least 3 to 4 candles underneath, right? You can see it, right? And then I measure it up to see this sort of a rally that really, like a relief rally. Like we get a rally up 58% before a massive crash down. Right, that's basically what I did, right? And then it gave me something like this, which I can show you here. Let me just get to it, here. And this is where I got these 3 here. This one, just real quick, if you have a look at these ones on the right hand side, these 3 are based on if the price comes right down to this red line. Look, because if I do that, you can see it measures up with this red line. If this price action Bitcoin comes right down here to like $87,000, this is how much of a rally we could potentially see going back up, right? And that explains how it can come to this blue box, this green box, and this gold box. But what's the realistic outcome? Because this is something you should really realistically think about. And I think it's this blue zone here. I think if we was to see some form of a rally, I think it could realistically come up to this zone here. Why? Well, I've been looking back at the past chart, action, and you can see where it gets resisted. Look, rejected here, falls back down because of the wick, right? We come up, we see bodied candles underneath. Even if it comes up, it's getting rejected. This is the body candles closing, resistance. Look, comes up, resistance, comes up, resisted. When it breaks above it and stuff, look, we come down, we bounce off it. Look at the candles. Look, we get support here. The next one was supported. Look, well, we came down, came back above, supported. You see, came above, bounce back down. Look, we support it here. We hold support, bounce up, come down. We came back above, we get rejected. Look, so all this area has a lot of support and resistance inside it, which makes it a strong area for where Bitcoin could potentially go to if we see a retracement, which puts it between anything from $9,000 to $115,000, anywhere here, right? That's what I'm thinking. So you take that with you on your journey and decide what you want to do. Obviously, this is your hopeful target. I mean, what would that be based on? I don't know. Based on this, I suppose, because right now we're at the 50 week. You see? So Bitcoin, I mean, if theoretically speaking, has 1 to 2 days at the time of recording this video to come right back above the 50 weeks so we can continue being happy and good. Because otherwise, that's your top right there. Right? So this is something to think about, guys, because again, when we break the 50 week, it's usually the end of the market. right? So this is not going to be no long overdue thing, like a video. I just want to show you what's going on, give you an update what's going on. Right now we are in the Gaussian channel, and I said to you before, when we're inside the, again, unless we see some magic happen and we remain above, we're inside the Gaussian channel. And the only time we enter the Gaussian channel is when we are in a bear market. You see, because here we bounced off it. Here we are getting confirmed that we're inside the Gaussian channel. So take this information how you will. What are you doing right now? Are you going to sell right now and capitulate, or are you going to wait for some sort of a retrace? If you are, where are you going to see, consider selling? Do you have a sell strategy? If you want help and guidance, become a patron. I tell you what, my last Satoshi video is probably by far the most powerful Satoshi video. It's just the most powerful one you'll ever see. And I can strongly suggest, especially if you're in this crypto space and you've got thousands of dollars, maybe tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, maybe you've got millions. I don't know what you have. But if you have serious money in this crypto space and you need a serious guidance, become a Satoshi. And I never hype my Satoshi, but because I know, they know, if they're watching this right now, they know stuff that you don't know. Stuff that where I'm realistically looking to take money and just get out. So I'm showing you this. This zone here could be a good space for people to get out. But again, that's not financial advice. If you want to see an in-depth analysis on what I'm thinking I'm really going to do, become a Satoshi, because that's the only way you're going to see that video. And I tell you what, now is actually a really good time. Oh, that's some secret sauce. You shouldn't really see that. Hold on, let me just grab it up. I'm going to blow it anyway. I don't really hype other tiers. But right now, there is a good offer for people to become patrons, right? You choose which tier you like. This one usually unlocks everything. You can see when I'm buying, selling, staking, all that stuff, and whatever tier you want. The CEO tier is the one I just showed here, the super alerts. You get alerted. A lot of the time you're alerted before I am, because there's people in that group sharing great projects all the time. They're getting in early, whether it's AI, memes, gaming, whatever it is. They're getting in over there, making great gains, and it happens a lot. So I don't need to, it's just a powerful network. I don't need to overhype that. If you're in the group, But if you want access to what my thoughts are, what I'm going to do, exit strategy. The Satoshis see it, and exclusive VIPs will see it once I've done it. But Satoshis can see what I'm going to do. They know what I'm doing. They know my action plan, right? They just know, because it's part of that alpha session. But exclusive VIPs will see as soon as I'm selling, then they're going to see. So actually the Satoshis will be ahead of everyone else, because they know exactly what I'm realistically looking to do at certain prices and when I'm going to do it, based on what I'm seeing in this chart. So they're going to move with me. And once we've moved, I'm going to drop my alerts, letting people know what I've done. And then the exclusive VIP partner tiers or above will likely see it then, because they've got this, they can see when I'm planning to sell, if I'm going to sell. And that, thus, that's how people get alerted from me. And again, none of it's financial advice. I'm not your financial advisor. I can't tell you what to do. But I can show you what I'm doing, right? So stick around. I will keep you updated with the market, show you what's going on. And we will take it from whichever situation it's in. Thanks for watching. Have a good day. See you in the next video. Cheers.